Oh,
Welcome back to Any Given Monday, Natasha Oon. I believe you have to be the first guest who's missing a bone. I don't know. I don't ask that question to other people, so maybe it's true. But how are you? Welcome to the Any
um,
Given Monday.
great. How are you?
Good. Let's
Yeah.
start with
How
why
was
you don't have your own podcast.
I think it's hard. I think it takes a lot of work to ask guests to be on a
That's true.
pod
That's true.
and then also promoting your pod and finding topics to talk about all the time that's different. I listen to podcasts on my drives in the
What's your
morning.
podcast? What's your favorite podcast?
Um
Like
One of them
what
is with
genre do you listen to? Like what do you
mental
listen?
health
What
a
do you
lot, like
mental
spiritual
health?
finding. Like the one with
Yeah.
Rainn Wilson, the guy from
Mhm.
The Office, Soul
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
And then Steve Burns, the guy who did Blue's Clues. I was his top
Mhm.
listener. So like things about like life, death, how to live your life
Yeah.
and stuff. I had a lot of like soul searching last year when I was
Yeah.
not playing on the LPGA.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I gotta go and like find myself in a
Mhm.
way that didn't involve golf. And yeah. Love those podcasts. Also, I just love podcasts that are funny,
Yeah.
like just having a good time.
Yeah.
Like Kiki Palmer is a good one, I
Oh,
think.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
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 So I like
Alright,
her.
let's start at the beginning. So people know
Mm.
you, you're oh, I was watching swing videos of when you were a little kid. So you were introduced at the game, like, very early. What
Yes, my
your
dad.
mom your dad? Okay.
Yeah.
And when did you realize, like, was it always a goal to, like no, okay. No.
No. um, I was always like, I was 4.
Yeah.
I got a club in my hands. I did
Yeah.
it, and
Yeah.
I suddenly had a life I didn't know I signed up for.
Right, right.
Right. And I was always really scared of telling people this when I was really young. Like they were like,
Yeah.
you want it. I don't think I'm someone who always knew what she wanted to do early
Mhm.
on. I
Yeah.
just kind of found myself in this space and this environment, and like it's intense. Like I don't know if like the American junior golf culture is the same as the Asian one,
It's
but
not.
I grew up in Malaysia,
Yeah.
and like everyone is like an enemy if they're your enemy on the course, you know?
Yeah.
You know, us kids, we talk and stuff, but it's almost like there's this like unspoken rule, like you and me, we're always rivaling each other on the
Yeah.
course. Our
Does
parents don't
that
get
lead,
along.
Natasha, to, like, a lot of, like, parents pushing you to work
Oh
harder?
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
like,
yeah.
that's what drives the culture, right? It's just like,
Yeah.
you can't get beat by player B, you gotta work harder, she's working harder than you or whatever, and then
Yeah. And like my parents saw something in my golf game and they're right about it. I just was like, why am I hitting balls for like hours and hours? I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. And then I won junior worlds when I was 6. So funny story. Um, I traveled to, well, I'll just take you to the back, like the back. Hit one golf ball. My dad looks at me, was like, she hit it. She made
yeah,
contact. Let
sure.
me go hire a coach real quick. Boom.
It's the most
Wait, is that
yeah.
funny? I don't know. I don't know if that's
That's the
funny.
most,
What?
like, that's like, I mean, in America, that doesn't happen, right? Like, the Asian culture is like, "Well, she's a golfer," right? Like, that's it. Off
Yeah.
we go. Yeah.
So I head straight. My dad, he's in IT. He doesn't work like permanent in
Sure.
companies. He like has contracts. It ends, and
Yeah.
then he moves. And we moved to the Philippines, and they had this junior golf program. And when I was 5, I played my first one. He signs me up straight on. It's like a tour. They have a tournament every single weekend. And
Yeah.
then, like, I play my first one. My mom's like, cool, like how many holes are they playing? And the mom goes, they're playing 18. And we're like, oh, at 5? And they were like, yeah, 18, 18, Saturday, Sunday. And so every single
Unbelievable.
weekend I was playing 18, 18, and we would compete for like a red So like just medals, and
Yeah.
like it was like the same group of girls, and it was like switching, and
Yeah.
suddenly before I knew it, I had a rival. Like at
Yeah.
6, I had a rival,
Yeah.
and it was this
I hate
girl,
that
and
bitch.
they're like,
Yeah. Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no, no. It was more like, oh, she beat you last week. You have to beat her this week. And I was like, what is going on? And then suddenly I was in this driving range, and this driving range is there's no grass. It's in the Philippines, and they make the tees from dirt. Like
Yeah.
there'd be a guy who put ball for you, and they'd make the tee
Oh,
into
really?
dirt. And I
Oh,
was like this small kid, and I really remembered like people would just come and like watch me. Like
yeah.
I was like there was like old people who would just watch me like that. And
Yeah.
I'm like this kid who's like, yeah, like, yeah, I got something. And I don't know what it is. But it was like I loved performing.
Yeah.
I guess I loved being watched, so I mean, I
Yeah.
guess that's like the performer in me was kind of like I'm getting praise. But and then I was in San Diego. My dad, he was like, "You're going to San Diego. You're going to compete in the Callaway Junior Worlds." First time I went, I finished 7th. And the funny thing was we had no idea what America like had, like the environment,
Yeah.
everything we
Yeah.
just watched on TV. My dad had this crazy idea, sent us there with my mom. My mom doesn't know how to drive. So we stay at a hotel nearby Colina Park, which was the golf course in San
Yeah.
Diego. What we didn't know was that hotel was very famous for drug dealing. So
Oh my God. How
my
old are you?
mom,
How old are you?
I was 5, and my mom was like,
Oh
I
my
don't know
God.
how old, but it was 1974, but I mean, it was years ago, and we were just like there, and she couldn't drive. So
Yeah.
we walked to the golf course every day.
Oh my. How far
And
was it?
it was like a 20-minute walk. So sometimes I would get really tired, and my mom would put me on her shoulders and walk and carry my golf bag. And
Um,
we arrived like 10 days before, and we practiced every single day. And one of those days was the 4th of July. I
yeah.
had no idea what it was. I was like
Sure.
5, and
Did your mom
nobody
know?
was. I don't know. It was
Yeah.
very blur. We had a blast from the
Yeah.
past
Yeah.
because at 6 years old, I won that event at that course. So I
Yeah.
went back again, won that event. But anyways, here's the funny thing was my mom was like, there was no Google Maps. There was no
Yeah.
like
Right.
search up what restaurants are nearby,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
Right.
We had to like scour and go from word of mouth. And she was like, I don't know food around here. Our first meal was like snacks from the airplane. Like that was our breakfast because we had no idea.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
this word of mouth person goes, oh, sorry, this person tells her, like, hey, like, there's a Vietnamese place, like, on the way to the golf course.
Mhm.
We eat there every single day. Mom gets, like, one beef meatball and steak
Yeah.
pho,
Yeah.
shares it with me, and she orders, like, a bowl of rice to save money. And that was our, like, lunch every single day. And it got to the point where the waiter would go, see you tomorrow. like that. And then
Did your mom
yeah, and
speak
then
English?
she
Okay.
did. She just
Okay.
it's such a new word. I even
Yeah.
remember like staying in like my first like experience of like America was like the TVs in the Motel 6 with the menu and
Yeah.
the TV guide, and that
Yeah.
1-800-588
Nine, 6.
Empire.
Yeah. Empire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was like
Yeah.
like yeah, and then Obama going like, welcome to the United States when you land, like we're
Yeah.
so happy to have you. And I was like, oh my god, I made it. Like, so yeah. And
So after you
then
win World Juniors and you're like at a crack dealing, you make it out, you win World Juniors, like you must
right.
get some recognition. Obviously, you don't probably remember it, but like
Wait.
people,
Oh, sorry. Before
no,
you say
I'm
anything
not.
about the hotel, someone tried to break into our room. That was the important thing with a bobby pin. Sorry, at 3, I mentioned that because it was someone tried to break in our room at 3 a.m. My mom calls the part
Oh,
that's like someone's trying to get in our room at like 3 a.m.
yeah,
and they're like, please do not like open the door.
yeah,
And The next morning, we find a bobby pin in our lock.
Oh my God.
It was, I swear.
Unbelievable. Can you
Sorry
believe
for
that
repeating
that
your
happened?
question. I'm, yeah, I'm a chaotic person to interview. I'm
No,
like
this is
jumping all
this is
around.
exactly what I was signing up for. This is unbelievable.
Yeah,
All right.
but
So
that's
when
the
did
story.
so is that the moment that you're like your parents are like, well, I mean, obviously you had done it before because they're like flying you to the States to play in World Juniors, but like you win World Juniors and it has to be like, oh, we're gonna work harder now. We gotta like
Oh
this is
yeah,
this
it
is
was
it.
like I was a horse with like this, like that. That was me. I was like, once I won, it was like they were like,
Yeah.
boom.
This is it. This
Yeah,
is it.
this is it. But I mean, there's like so much benefit and like disadvantages, I think, for early specialization in like one
So
sport.
so when you were old enough to know, did you love golf?
Not until I was like in college.
Yeah.
I was like kind of, I think you could see in my performance, I wasn't, so I peak at like what, elementary school, and then I kind of dip because um I just felt like I didn't know what to do. I felt like suddenly I was kind of put this destiny in front of me, and like I was destined for greatness or something. It was just
Mhm.
like kind of a naivete thing. I don't know. Like sometimes I'm like looking at my younger self, I'm like, get over yourself. You don't need to think like that. Um, I definitely felt like um the title of like junior world's, champion at
Was
6, there's this like upward trajectory that like everybody expects you to be on. But it wasn't the case for me. I kind of plateaued in my performance around like 13, like 14, like my parents were like, what's, like, why aren't you not hitting further, and stuff like that. But they always like sacrificed everything. Like they would drive hours for me to like get a coach lesson. My dad would spend a lot of money for those things, like get clubs and everything. I just was like,
what's
I felt like,
behind that, Natasha? What's behind that? Is it they want they this will give you opportunities that they didn't have? Is that it?
of course, yeah,
Yeah.
100%. And I think my mom was like, I knew you'd get a good education. I did. I I
Mhm.
I went to college in the States. I would not have gone like to college in the States. And I think my dad, like, he's like the biggest believer in me, right? I talked to him and he was like, I was like, what? Why'd you push so much?
Yeah.
What was the intent behind that? He was like, because I knew you could do it. Like, I knew you could do
Mhm.
it. You didn't know you could do it. I knew you could do it. And I believe kind of like everyone has the ability to do it,
Mhm.
and everyone's going to peak at different times, and what they want to do is going to be different to them. It's just kind of like it really has to be your own self intent. I feel like I think if you're like kind of forcing it, it's not really gonna
How do you
feel like.
how do you look back at your childhood?
How do I look at my childhood? I don't really look back at my childhood. I think it
Mhm.
was something that I felt like was a lot of like athlete and not kid,
Mhm.
you know? Um,
Mhm.
and that's, I've accepted it, and
Mhm.
I've kind of looked at it as like it brought me here. But
Mhm.
a lot of the developmental things that I had to face now, that could have been done in the chunk of my childhood. I kind of have to build here. I'm like, who am I? Who's my identity? What's my personality? Who am I socially? I didn't really get a lot of social time. What are my hobbies? And one of the biggest things in like, being like a tour pro, I feel like is you really have to live like two separate lives, and one of them is moving so quickly and the other one's moving so slowly. you
Mm.
know you at
Mhm.
home, you at tour. And yeah, that's 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 how I look at it. It was a dark time, and I would say I just live for the now. Like, yeah, it was a dark
What was your
time.
relationship with your parents back then? Like, is it because of culture, like you don't really question things then? Or were you like, were you like arguing with your parents, like, no, I don't want to go hit balls, or does the culture aspect just go like, no, I'm like, you don't question your parents as much as like kids in
No, I
America
don't
do.
question them.
You just go hit balls, right?
Yeah, I go hit balls and I knew what like was at stake, I felt like. I felt like there
Yeah,
was a lot of investment involved and a lot of time involved. And
which it was. I mean,
luckily
there
it
was.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like luckily like I got like the beauty of golf now. I love golf more now than I have ever before.
Well,
And I felt like that just came with age,
um,
when you understand things about the sport, when you like go out in nature and everything and discover it for itself. And I felt like college gave me that. But yeah, I mean, back then, your parents are kind of like the deciding factor of a lot of things, right? And that is their job to decide
mhm,
things for you. And they
mhm,
should push their kids if they
mhm.
believe in something. But I feel like parents should also not kind of give the facade that it's conditional love. It's
Yeah.
unconditional love,
Mhm.
you know. Push your kids to greatness, but know that you're going to be there with them if they fail. So you give them the confidence to fail, which I think a lot of parents nowadays still need work on. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure. For sure. Okay. Was the goal to get to college? Like,
it was always
was
pro
the goal
golf.
to turn pro? Was it to,
Yeah, I think it was always turn pro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how did you get to San Jose State? What is that, just recruiting companies finding
I
you, or what?
My mom was always the advocate for education,
Okay. And
and
did your dad want you to turn pro?
my dad was like golf, 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 golf. Like I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
golf.
yeah.
He loves golf more than me.
Yeah,
This man would
yeah.
walk 18 holes, sit down, eat lunch, and go walk another 18 voluntarily. I would not do that.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah.
He loves golf. And yeah, he's so competitive about it that when we go on our weekend golf outings, we would play for dinner, and when I won, he would only give me the options that he chose. So,
Yeah.
anyways, um,
Do your parents live in the States now?
no, they're in Malaysia. I'm here by myself.
There.
But
Okay.
anyways, back to why San
Okay.
Jose State.
Yeah.
My mom, see, my mom is the goat. She like kind of like handed me a lot of like good choices. She heard from another parent like California's the way to go. The
Yeah.
weather's great. You can
Yeah.
practice golf all time.
Yeah.
I got offers from like Hawaii, um, Mississippi, South Florida, Florida.
Mississippi would have been a choice. That would have been a choice.
Mississippi,
Right.
I would have been really different. I would have been
Yeah.
like, hey, y'all. Like, I don't know. I would have been so different. Can
Yeah.
anyone imagine me? It was like,
Yeah.
I think I would have, been kind
Yeah.
of turned up at the cowboy bars or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Yeah. You would have listened
Um,
to country music. Whatever song you were singing last night, it would have been like Morgan Wallen instead of whatever. I don't know what song you were
I
singing.
like Ella Langley. She's kind of
Yeah.
nice now. She's kind of
Yeah.
making a
All right.
trend.
Yeah.
But my mom got that handoff, and then was like, San Jose in California. She had got this list of coaches out there, right?
Yeah.
There's like Stanford, there's San Jose, there's UCLA, um, and she sees the San Jose State coach, John Dorman at the time. She's like running to him. She's like, my daughter's like playing. Like, can you give her a watch? And then John like looks at my mom. She's like, well, she's like 14 though. Like, I can't do
Yeah.
anything. And then my mom goes, well, she's like graduating in like a year because like my school graduates early. Like we were on like the
Yeah.
European system. And so my my mom was like, oh, like yeah, like she's gonna get out of school soon, like she's gonna graduate. And John's like, okay, yeah, I'll go see her. So he watches me, and then we kind of talk a little bit. I go visit. I'm kind of like, he's deciding between me and a girl for like one full scholarship, and then we kind of,
Where's
I'm
that
like,
girl now?
okay, like she's in Epson. She's on Epson.
Oh, she is?
He ended up taking both of us.
Oh,
He
okay.
ended up taking both of us.
Oh.
Yeah, so he ended up taking both of us. I commit, and then I actually
Is
go
that
to
your
IMG
choice? Is that
Academy.
your choice to go there, or is it your parents' choice?
No, it was kind of like both of our choices.
Mhm.
We were kind of like a little swayed by like attention at first. We're like, maybe that one, maybe
Yeah,
that one, maybe that one, and then
yeah,
I think like this was a school in California, and I was just kind of like um how do you say it, like awed by the Cali nature of it, like In and
yeah,
Out Burger. I was like
right,
15. Like everything I saw was like
yeah,
kind of cool. And they have an awesome practice facility. Like their practice facility I still go to. It's like state of like,
yeah,
it's 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 got like two putting greens and chipping green, and you can put it on your speakers, hit balls, and kind of have a good time. And then, we picked right, so I have this career now, so it's kind of
yeah.
cool.
Uh, okay, you won your tournament like at 17 years old or something like that. But
Yeah, I did.
let's talk about off the course. Like y your whole life is like regimented, right? When you're a kid
Yeah,
in the lake,
yeah.
like how do you deal with that? Like how do you deal with the freedom at 17 when you've had like most kids in the United States is like you have freedom as you go, like you know
Right.
the kids go like to movies by themselves and do other like stay at friends. Like you're going, your parents are living across the ocean. You're in
Right.
California. You've never had freedom. What that has to be hard to like make the right decisions. Is like this is so easy to go like I can do whatever the hell I want for the first time in my life. And was that hard?
Oh, I
Or were
I
you
put a
just
lot
like,
of
I know
pressure on myself.
I have to golf, so I just golf.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I heard my first knowledge. Okay, so this was a movie. I don't know if this like do you know that football player who got in a car crash and there was like a movie about him,
Mm.
but
Oh,
I'm
yes.
not
Go ahead. I
you know
think
that
so.
there's this one scene when I was 15. I saw this movie on my parents' TV. There's one scene where he turns on the radio and they're like all American, like, and then
Yeah.
his name gets like said, and he stops a car and he runs his family. I'm like, what is an all American? And they're like, oh, it's like the top collegiate
Yeah.
players in the country. And I'm like, that's what I need to do. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I need to do. I even though like golf was like passion wise, like I don't really know like passionately, blah blah blah. I mean, also like it's put a lot of pressure on me, so maybe that's why like why I'm not like super like, oh, I love it, blah blah blah. um but I had a lot of like intent to like, I want to do something with this college experience that I have, and that's to see if I can become like a really good collegiate athlete.
Mhm.
And these are the things that I want to do, which is like
Mhm.
Onika Award, like all American. I want to get like this, which is like very Asian of me. If I'm being honest, but I was like,
But that's the
right.
Asian culture, right? Is like you still feel like even though your parents aren't with you on a daily basis, you still felt the pressure to like carry on what they have sacrificed
Oh yeah,
to
oh
get you to
yeah,
that point, right?
100%.
Like,
Rightfully so. I mean, all
yeah.
that work, I'm not gonna just throw it away. Like,
Mhm.
and also it's like I was given like a small scholarship to go to IMG Academy before our college,
Yeah.
and they told me like, hey, like use this experience as much as you can. It's like an academy and stuff. My childhood, I was only able to get like once a month coaching because that was all like we could afford. And the
Mhm.
course was like far away. So I knew how important it was. Like I see these kids getting coached every single day for afternoon. Like every
Mhm.
Monday to Friday they get coach. That's so alien to me. So I
Mhm.
was like, okay, I'm gonna use this opportunity in IMG Academy because I was done with school at that time, and the apartment was next to the driving range, and I'm going to drill every single thing they teach me. And I was like, I want to be the hardest working kid, so I would like go to the practice facility, go lunch, go back to practice facility, and be there until like evening. Go to the course on weekends. So I've always had a hard work ethic. I always wanted to be really good. I would see all these kids being really good. I'm like, I want to be like them. So I guess like yeah, maybe like my passion was like really strong intently like on like competitiveness and being really good. But I know how much they like paid for everything. So I was like it's crazy to me for just some kids to be like, "Oh yeah, I'm just going to, you know. I don't know." And then when I was in college, I go and I write these things down and I don't know. I did not party on, well, I did once actually on freshman year when I won my first junior, oh no, college tournament. I come
Yeah.
back on flight. I'm like, I think I want to go to a party, and they were
Yeah.
like, really, really, and we go to a football party, and it smelled like weed, and a lot of people were around me, and they were all like dancing. Or I like
Yeah.
some girls like,
Oh,
but just like catapulted to me, and I was like, I'm gonna download the Uber app. I've only been
yeah.
here for 10 minutes and I get
Yeah.
my first ride free. I'm going home. This
Yeah.
is bad. I
This is
never go
not,
to party
yeah.
until
This
junior
is,
year. I never go
yeah.
to another one
Yeah.
ever. I don't
That's culture shock that you're just not prepared for at 17. Like when you've just like hit range balls your whole life. Just like not
yeah,
ready for that. Yeah.
no. So I wasn't ready. And then yeah, I mean, after that I was just like, okay, well, I had a taste of that. I didn't like it. That made it easier for me to work even
Yeah.
harder. In college golf, I knew the rankings were very sensitive. You don't have a lot of tournaments. So everything that, being a consistent player is going to pay off. And then one of the really funny big stories of my life, well, not my life, I guess, like of my college career was I started out really well and then my rank my results go boom boom
Yeah.
boom. I'm very outcome oriented
Yeah.
and I'm working on that, but I've always been really outcome oriented from the start. I check like rankings, I check like results. I'm like, okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? What do I need to do? Stats, all that. And I see my performance kind of dip towards the end of fall, and I text my mom. I'm like, Mom, like I gotta get a coach. Like I don't have like a swing coach here. I don't know who to go. And she sees this article of Yalimino and her coach, and they're like Eric Stone, and she goes, go to this guy. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I don't have a car. I carpool with the girls to the practices. This guy's like in Alameda, which is like an hour away drive.
Yeah.
Ubering there would have costed me at the time $60 one way
Yeah.
and back. So it's $120. So the trip to my coach would be more expensive than the coach lesson itself
Yeah. Right.
at the time. And I was like, I texted him, I'm like, hey, can you teach me? He's like, yeah, come at this time. There's like I think there was like California fires at the time. I was like, oh my gosh. So I was like, no, I gotta get a lesson because this guy's not gonna be available until like this month. And
Yeah.
so I was like, how am I going to save my money? Because I don't want to ask my parents for extra money. I don't want to do that to them.
Yeah.
I also get like this small stipend. Well, it's not small stipend. It was like a stipend,
Yeah. Yeah.
your food and your education is covered. So I got this money. I have to make sure I save enough to pay taxes because I get taxed in my scholarship.
Yeah.
Um, and so what I do was I saw this thing app that told me, okay, you can take this bus to the BART. If you BART, which is a train here, you
Yeah.
sit on it for an hour. You go to the station, you Uber. Everything one way would be like $15,
Yeah.
$15. And so
Yeah.
I did that for up until junior year. I would go take the BART once a month. I would wake up at 6 a.m. I'd walk to the bus station with my golf bag and my
Did anybody
backpack.
know this? Did anybody know that you were doing this?
My coach would. I would
Yeah.
do this. I would carry it, and then I would go to the bus, and I would be the first bus. I think it was like the 181 bus. I don't know. And then I would sit, and like these people would look at me, but like golf
Yeah.
clips, like like, and I would go and to the train station, carry my golf bags up to the train, sit in the train, sit for like an hour until like Fruitvale Station, get down on Fruitvale Station, call an Uber for $7, go and wait for my coach, get my lesson, stay there until I actually drill the lesson in my head, call
Yeah.
an Uber. I'd come back and walk back to my dorm room, which is an 18-minute walk with my golf
Yeah.
clubs.
Yeah.
And I have to walk through downtown with my golf clubs and then straight to my college dorm, and it'd be like 7:30. I would do that once every single day, just to
You would
get
do
it
that
down in
what
my.
every day? That
No,
like,
no, once every month. Once every month. Sorry,
oh man,
once every
that's
month.
insane.
But it paid off because I had good results
Yeah.
after that. Like I didn't like seeing myself get worse. I was like, I need to just keep this. But yeah, and then Coach Eric would tell a lot of people like, if you complain like she does this, and
Yeah.
then I'm like, I was known as the BART girl. Like I'm the BART girl. Yeah. So
All right.
that was my thing, and then
You have
then
to
I
do
got
your
my
own
car.
podcast. That's what I know. Like
Really?
that's it.
What
Yeah,
do you talk
100%.
about?
Yeah, you talk about this. What do you mean? This could be a whole series. Like, and then you just have other players on who've gone through the similar things. And you just talk about it. Like, that's it. You tell
Yeah,
me when you want to host it. I'll set it up for you. Okay, so is the first time you get injured in college?
yeah.
Yeah. What happened?
Wow, you did your research. Dang, that's cool. What happened? My left, something about my feet. I don't know. Something about my
Yeah.
feet. My left foot metatarsal. It's like the third metatarsal. Like I'm not gonna put my foot on the cam. I was gonna do that, Loki. I was like, right, but I'm not gonna
People
show
be
my
selling
dog.
that shit in a minute.
Yeah.
You'll be like, oh,
But
Tarsus's foot.
yeah, but then it had like a small fracture on the side, and then I got a boot and it healed. And then
Was that the first time in your life you remember that you're like forced to not golf?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna tell you, it was good. It was good. It was good. I had this rule where you don't not golf for a consecutive of 2 days. So if
That
you
was
took one
it?
day off, then don't
Your
take
whole
the next
life
day off. My whole
prior
life.
to
That was
that?
my
Holy
that was
shit.
my
Have you
my
ever
thing.
thought about how insane that is?
I don't know, but I always had this like thing where like my brain has to remember, like,
Americans are so lazy.
but now I take like Monday to like today I took today off, so I'm
You
gonna go
did?
golf tomorrow.
Have you told?
Yeah,
This is the
I'm a little more
question.
lax.
Here's the question. Did you
Right.
tell your parents that you took today off?
No, my parents are hands off.
Okay.
So
All
in
right.
college, they were
Yeah.
so hands off.
Oh,
They were
great.
like I was like, you do not have any say. They don't even know what's going on. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what's
Yeah.
going
Okay.
on.
Okay. Good.
And I
Good,
think
good.
they were super surprised by
Yeah.
what I did with my college career. They're like, we
Yeah.
didn't know this would happen. We just
Yeah.
knew that you were so good and we want to push you. And I think the frustrating thing was like when I was growing up, I didn't push myself, and so they felt like they had to push me so much.
Yeah.
You know? And this was kind of like a reverse thing. Like I did all the pushing. I did all the work myself. I was like, this, and I was very hard on myself if I like didn't get the results I wanted. But when I injured myself, number one, I wanted a car because your girl was tired of riding public transport,
Yeah.
and I was like, hey dad, could I have a small sum of $2,000 just to buy a car? $2,500. I didn't want to ask him so much money because it's the currency difference.
Yeah.
Big,
Not good.
big.
Yeah.
Right. If you go to Malaysia as yourself
Yeah.
right now, rich. You're gonna be rich
Rich.
with American
Rich.
dollars. In
I
your
might
pocket.
move to Malaysia. Might do the podcast from Malaysia.
You might do it. You might do it. And I'll be like, go here, go here, go here, go
Yeah.
here.
Here's
My
the best
mom
places.
take him
Yeah.
out for some coffee and some.
Yeah.
Take him to the
this is-
bois.
Yeah.
But so I was like,
Hold on.
so-
Hold on. Didn't you have a car at age 12 that you won in a hole-in-one contest?
Yeah, but it's in Malaysia.
Oh. Yeah, can't
It's
ship
in
it. We
Malaysia.
can't afford to ship it
No.
over here. Yeah.
No.
Well, did your
Also,
dad,
that
your
was
parents drive it?
So funny. Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah. My dad loves that car. He will not tell it to me.
Wait,
The
it's still
story
around?
behind that. Yeah, the thing is, okay, before that happened, my dad just bought a car.
Okay.
And it was we lived in an apartment complex. He
Okay.
saves money for this car. It's
Yeah.
this like, you know those cars that have like sliding door?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess. It's like those cars, right? It's a Toyota Illusion or something. Buys a car, he's like, okay, I know that I'm going to pay for this parking space for this amount of time.
Yeah.
Expected cost.
Yeah.
I win the car. He's like, oh, I'm paying taxes on this
Yeah.
and paying enough for another parking space.
Yeah.
And I'm like, aren't you proud of me? And he was like,
Yeah.
it's an honey, I'm
Yeah.
paying
You
taxes on it.
gave me
I was like
another
12. I
bill.
was like,
Yeah.
oh my God. Oh my
Yeah.
God. But yeah, it was crazy when that happened.
Wait, the car is still around? Your parents still have it?
Yeah. The car is still around. It goes for maintenance. I mean, it was our first luxury car.
Yeah.
Like it was a Volvo, and like the price is like 288,000 at that time.
Yeah.
And the thing was, I never saw that ball go in the hole.
You didn't?
I did. My mom did. My mom's the goat. She knows.
Mm.
My mom's the goat. She goes, and I'm like,
Did she know you won the car?
Wait, you do know that like the car is like one hole, like
Yeah.
the one hole you get the car, because
Yeah.
and she knew.
Okay.
She calls my dad. She's like, honey, our girl just won a car, and my dad's like, it's not April, like you're not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello. And then my dad like spins from his workplace, goes to this, and then after I get like driven in like a test drive in like a similar car.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know. So honestly,
Did
that
you
car
ever-
almost blocked me from a college scholarship. We
Why?
had to like tell
Oh,
NCAA.
amateur thing.
Yeah,
And you were almost a
yeah,
pro
so-
already. Oh,
And then I got approved.
you
so-
could do a podcast just on your car, like
on my car, like
the journey of the car. It's like-
karaoke.
yeah. Yes.
On
That's
journey
it.
of the car.
Yeah. Okay, so you're injured. It's the first
Oh, yeah.
time you play. Like, is
We're
the first
so
time
on
you
track.
stop playing? Like
Oh yeah,
that's
first time I stopped playing, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna move out of my college dorm.
yeah.
I'm gonna pay rent, and then I take a job at Los Altos Golf and Country Club, and I become a bag girl. I
Yeah.
take these members' bag and put them in the
Oh,
cart.
yeah. We've all been bag
And-
boys. I haven't been a bag girl, but I've been a bag boy.
Bag girl, and like, you know, I needed the break from golf. I felt like I was so hard on myself. Like, and I was like, oh, I'm not doing this with golf, or I'm not doing that. I'm
Mhm.
like, not the top 10, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, always like, there's sometimes though, like, you get so much pressure on yourself that you're like scared to play.
Mhm.
You're scared to do the thing because you don't want to feel doing the thing. And I was in that. And then I think being a bad girl helped, because I would look at the members and I'm like, I could do so much better than that. And I was like, after at 5 p.m. when the members would go off the course, I'm like, let's go golfing, when they gave me the clearance to go golfing.
Yeah.
And so I would go work out, I'd go golf and go work. And I had a really like crash course into golf again. And then Brian Inkster, who's Julie Inkster's husband, sees me because I work in Los Altos, and he's kind of around there a lot. They live near there. Looks at me, he's like, hey, why don't I watch you play? You know, see. And then he starts coaching me like right out the bat. And then my college senior year happened.
You win the Julie Inkster Award.
I win the Julie Inkster Award, which I had no idea was an award until Brian's like, my wife has an award at
And
like
you just won it
towards
yeah.
the end. Yeah. And then,
Was it
the
well?
thing was-
Now that I know that
on.
part, did you win it legitimately, or is it like? Is it because
Yeah, I
you're a
won
coach?
I won legitimately. Come
Nice.
on, the rankings are there.
Okay.
It's the rank. It's
What,
not a
does
chosen
anybody
team.
check the rankings to see if you really won?
Yeah, I was third.
They were
In the
cooked.
college
It
rankings.
sounds like the books were cooked, but that's fine. It's good. I'm just kidding.
Brian.
I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh wait, but here's the thing. Okay,
Yeah.
here's the thing. I told you, right? I'm like somebody who loves like rankings, right?
Yeah.
I was so close to getting an Anwa award before my injury.
Yeah.
I don't play. I dropped 400 spots. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't even. I have half a year to play my way into Anwa.
Yeah.
And somehow I do,
Yeah.
and I get an invite.
Yeah.
I've never been in that position before. Like, I felt like I always worked so hard, but I'm like, oh, I'm not like at the top. I'm like kind of a
Yeah.
little like before that. I'm going away. I don't know how to get there. And suddenly I don't play, and then I play, and I kind of top 10, top 10. I finished like second in my second tournament back in Bayonet, and the number one golfer in the world. Well, amateur golfer in the world,
Rose.
Rosang, was there, and
Fucking
that
Rose.
Wagger
Beat her.
point
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
and I
Right
go
up.
up,
Yeah.
up. We keep playing with Stanford. We beat Stanford. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, I get my invite in the mail. I'm screaming. Mom's screaming. I graduate on winter because I graduated early. Start my master's degree. I play.
Interdisciplinary studies. Like what were you going to do with an interdisciplinary studies
I wanted
master's?
to be a data analytics
Oh, okay. Yeah.
person,
Sure.
but I
Yeah.
never took a comp sci class in my
Yeah.
bachelor
Yeah.
bachelor degree. So I needed that. So I was like, okay, I'll just combine sports and data and just try to take some business classes and whatever. But I took like a sports law class. Totally forgot what the other class was, but um what did I do? Oh, well, I play um Chevron. Well, I
Oh,
get in so I remember playing and I finished second this tournament and my coach goes, "You got an invite to Chevron, but I told them that you're playing Anwa." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she was like, "They're both happening at the same week."
yeah.
And I remember being in my bed being like,
Can I do both?
"Oh my,
Yeah. Can I get a
no."
morning
I was
tea
like, "Oh my
time?
gosh, this is such a hard decision." And
Yeah.
I was like, I forgot where I was. I was like in this host house in college and like I was asking all these people what to do. I was asking all these people what to do, what to do, what to do. They're like, well, either's not a bad choice, either's not a bad choice. And I was like, where do I want to end up eventually?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I want to end up there. And then also, like, I was like, oh, like, what about Augusta? Like, I was like, well,
Yeah.
I feel like the field will be the same, which is the same if you go to Augusta, but the field is very different in Chevron. And not a lot of like amateur get to play in Chevron, right? As
Yeah.
an AM.
Yeah.
And so I
Yeah.
was like, I think I want to do Chevron.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like so many good things happened in that year. And I go to Chevron and I give up my Anwa invite and I'm like, I think I just got blacklisted from
Yeah.
Augusta.
You'll never touch foot on Augusta.
I'll
Ever.
never, I'll never.
Ever.
Oh my God. I was like,
You're
oh my
never gonna
gosh, I
see
think they're
that
gonna
thing.
hate me.
You like if you even got a ticket to the Masters, they're gonna like stop you at the gate. Like, oh, you're never.
No, but I mean, it's a beautiful course. I hope I
Yeah.
get to like sniff it. I don't know. Is that weird
It
to
seems
say?
like you
Like
might be
stand there?
kissing ass to see if you can get back in their good graces. Maybe.
Well, it was just like I wanted to see how I fared against the
Understand. Yeah.
pros.
Yeah.
And I felt like now I made the right decision because we ended up playing the same course for conference
Yeah.
in Chevron, and I played from the major tees and going from that to collegiate tees. I was like,
Yeah. This is the greatest. Yeah, got this.
and and I had same putts. I had, it was just like, okay, well, I feel like the course is so much easier now. And then I win conference, I win regionals, runner up in NCAA's, and then my ranking was like seventh in the world. I
Damn
was
Rose
like,
again in the NCAAs.
whoa.
No.
Yeah, I mean, respectfully, Rose is such a tank. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like,
Yeah.
she's one of the golfers where I'd be so excited to play with her because I get front row seats to her swing every single
Yeah.
time. The
Yeah.
same tempo, same putt,
Yeah.
same, like, so straight. Like, she is like a master at that. And, I've spoken to her coach, George Pennell, I've spoken to people around her, and they're like, she has the same mentality since 12. And it's like the most mind-boggling thing ever. I look
Okay.
up to her a lot.
Here's the question. So
Right.
you've been raised in this environment where everybody is your rival. Are you and
Yeah.
Rose like? Are you friendly? Or are you friends? Or you're not friends? Because like, if you grow up where like the people that you're trying to pursue are your like competitors, Did you have that
Right.
mentality when it comes to Rose? No.
No. I threw that mentality out in the wind. I'm like, I was myself. Like something in college and the freedom I think gave me the freedom of myself.
Yeah.
And me myself is like I want to be friends with the girls out there. If they don't want to be friends with me, it's fine. You know, they do them, I do me. But I love the energy that like togetherness has because we're all going through the same thing. Why make it harder for everyone? And honestly, like it's more so about somebody playing the course and somebody playing against you, if that makes sense. They just had a better day than you out there. It doesn't mean they're a better person than you. You don't have to hate them.
Yeah.
I get so inspired by them. Like one of the things that I knew from the like deep bottom of my heart was if they're better than you, then that means you have to watch and learn what they do. Not
Mhm.
like, oh, I have to beat them. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, eventually, maybe you'll beat them, maybe you're not. Is that important? No, I don't think that's important. I think what's important is like I see Rose, I see her process, I see how she plays these courses. I'm like, what am I not doing that she's doing, and how can I
Mhm.
get there?
Mhm.
So I just took that as inspiration. I never took it as like, oh, like this is
Yeah.
right. She gets all this attention and everything, and the fact that she's able to pull off what she's pulled off is like
Yeah.
you're gonna learn something from her.
Yeah.
She's yeah, amazing.
What what do you remember about that chevron? How close were you? What'd you shoot?
Meeting Niall Horan.
You did.
I did. I will never live down. I did meet Niall Horan, and I cried because I missed the cut by two. I remember like fight. I feel like I was fighting Muhammad Ali, and I was like two before the cut line. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, professional golf is so hard. You know, I'm playing the best golf of my life, and it's barely there. Um, I don't know. I just remember like hitting like a 7 wood into a par four and feeling like, wow, this is
Yeah.
crazy. Like there are clubs that I don't use a lot in college golf. I use a lot of like 9 irons, 7 irons. I don't use a lot of like 6 irons, 5 irons, 7 woods, right?
Yeah.
Um, I remember like I don't know.
Do
I
you
remember we
remember
had
like
a
how you felt leaving there? Like, did you feel like, okay, I can do this? Did it make you question it? Like, what?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I questioned it because I missed the cut and I was like, oh, like this is gonna be really hard, like you know. I don't know. It was kind of a blur. I was more like euphoric because I was there and
Yeah.
I felt picked from a really large group of talented people to play.
Mhm.
And I played pro-ams and you know the environment was there and I don't know, it was like whoa, like kind of like whoa, I'm like a golfer now. Like, you know, like this is cool. There's security. There's the thing that you wear on your hat that tells you that you're legit and you're part of the community.
Yeah.
And then there's Lexi Thompson. There's a coffee station like that makes lattes for you, and you can always ask for more. And then yeah, I don't know. It was just cool. I was just like, and then they gave us a car, and the course was like 5 minutes away. But I was in the car, being like, wow, I'm
Yeah.
like, I was chosen. Like, I was just like, this is crazy. Like, I didn't think I'd be here. Like, I didn't like I was in disbelief. Like, you know, I think that was more so what I felt more than obviously. Like, I was like, oh, it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
I got a year to like catch up and like do
Yeah.
do everything. But yeah, but
You played what, four
that's
LPGA events that year?
yeah, I did. I only made one of them, one cut. I think I missed two cuts.
Mm.
The LPG events. I missed three cuts.
Yeah,
And I made
three out
one
of
cut.
four.
Yeah,
You missed three out of four.
3 out of 4.
And a
Yeah,
T49. Does like
yeah.
making a cut, did it like drive home? You're like, oh, I can do this, or does it give you any of that or no?
No, I don't think so. I was in a weird limbo because I left college and I was a pro golfer, but I had no status anywhere.
Yeah.
I had to. I didn't know what to play. I didn't. I didn't plan for this. I was going to do my master's and finish it out, but as soon as I won the Inkster Award, I was like, it's an opportunity, and I felt like I did everything in my college career, at least like to the best of my ability, and like what else is there more to achieve, you know? And this is an opportunity that like could help out like me a lot, so I just kind of took it. And I turned pro, and I was like, oh, I don't have status on Epson. You know, there are some WBTs I gotta like
Did
do.
you have an
I was just
agent?
like figuring it. I hired an agent at that point, but yeah, it was like I didn't really get a lot of opportunities to play outside of those three events. And I
Mhm.
needed a lot more playing for sure. I needed to play like week to week to week and
Yeah.
train. I think that was a prep I needed. Um, but yeah, I mean, I was just playing and I was trying to just not, crap my pants, I guess. It's just like a lot. I felt like a lot was on the line. I was like, oh, maybe I could win money, maybe not. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
scared because people are like, oh, like professional golf is so expensive, that like $50,000, like, like maybe, like I was like, oh, is it gonna run out, if I don't make cuts and blah blah blah. All this on my head, all this on my head. I was like, I don't want to be in debt. Like, I'm so young, like, please just give me more time or something. Like, I felt like I should have gone in there being like, yeah, yeah, like I don't care. I'm gonna win something, But
Yeah.
for me, I was always like thinking of, I'm always like a realistic person. Like, this could happen or that could happen. Like, if I was a Marvel superhero, I'd be Doctor Strange. I think I
Yeah.
overthink too much, of like all the situations.
Do you think that so next year you go to Epson, like do you look back on that time, Natasha, and like thank God I didn't get to the LPGA tour right away? And like maybe the Epson gave you some like freedom to not be such a public place
Figure,
and like the courses
place.
are a little easier, quite frankly. It's like a transition to pro golf and like you dominated. Like you had an unreal season. So
I
do you think that
did. Yeah. That's
yeah,
crazy. I was so sad when I missed the stage 3 by one.
yeah,
I will tell you, I went home that day crying my eyes out because my last putt lipped, I think, to make it. And I felt like I was in like utmost panic on the final round of that day. And I just my swing was off, my putting was off, everything was off. I just was like, oh my god, this I felt like I couldn't control anything. And I went home that day. My host house made chicken soup, and I sat in my bed and I ate 5 bowls of it. And I cried my eyes out. And I was like, Mom, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this.
yeah,
This life is difficult. This life is tough. Like I'm sorry. Like I thought I could do it. Blah blah blah. And she goes like, you still have Epson status. Like it's not. Like I think you should just do it. Like it's not that bad. Stop. Like
yeah,
don't like. And I was like, I didn't touch clubs for a month. I was like, I don't even want to do this, And then I go
yeah.
to Epson, and I finished my first tournament in top sevens. I felt like I was like, oh, like this, I could compete. That was the thing where I remember I was like, I
Yeah,
could
that's what I'm
compete.
saying, Natasha. Like if you go right, like the feelings that you went through there, right? Uh, if you go through that on the LPGA and
Right.
then you go back out, I'm not sure it's easy to recover, right? It's like you're playing
Yeah,
against the best in the world. Like, not that the Epson has no talent, it does. It has plenty of
it
talent, but it's
does.
like it is like it's a little softer landing after a devastating start to your pro career, right? Than it
Oh
would be if
yeah.
like at least on the men's tour and like on Corn Ferry, it's like more of a camaraderie than it is on the PGA Tour. And I think I don't know as much about the LPGA and Epson, but I assume there's a lot of the same. Is like you guys all have a common goal on the Epson tours, like you all want to get to the LPGA Tour. And the LPGA Tour, you guys are all competing against each other. So the fact that you're crying in a bed doesn't really your friends will help you, but other players are like, yeah, tough shit. Like I cried in the bed too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like maybe the Epson, maybe getting missing by one was the best thing to happen. Maybe it's like you down. Like, would you win the second event, right?
I no, I
Second?
well on Epson, I finished second. No, so sorry.
Hold on.
I
You
finished
won your.
first
Yeah.
Florida. No, I didn't finish first Florida. I finished seventh in Florida. Did I runner up on the second event? I don't
No,
know. I
you
runner
won
up
the
in
second event, didn't
Iowa.
you?
No, I didn't. I runner up 4 times before I won.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the damn Epson thing has it backwards. I hate that.
It was Arizona was the second event.
No, you're
I
right.
think I like
They
top
list the.
24.
I was looking at your results today, and it was like the top is the end of the season, not the
Oh,
bottom.
I have a story.
Okay,
Epson
let me
Tour.
hear
All
it.
right. Here. Okay. So I was in my Facebook Marketplace car. I told you I wanted a car, and I worked as a bag girl. I bought
Yeah.
a car off of Facebook Marketplace for $5,000. My Toyota Yaris, red hatchback, 2-door. Name was Scarlett. She was my homie, and I drove her all around. So
The
I
Epson tour.
yes, but in college, this was my kick, okay? And I'm frugal. I am so frugal. I got this from my dad. My dad was frugal, so I was frugal, and I was like,
Sure.
okay, if I drive to the West Coast events, it's going to be cheaper. I don't have
Yeah.
to pay for a rental car. I don't have to pay for
Yeah.
like flights. I can
Sure.
put a lot of stuff in my car, and I can put my bag
Push cart.
boy golf
Yeah.
push cart. Okay, my bag boy push cart in. So I do that. Okay, and what ended up happening was when I drove it to Arizona, and then I drove to Tucson. I come back. My uncle that I stay with in Arizona goes, "There's a leak." So he takes it to the mechanic. Comes back. He's like, something going
Engine.
on in the car. It's not an engine. I forgot what it was called, but it
Yeah.
was like leaking, and they were like, "We have to take the whole car apart to
Yeah.
fix it."
Scarlett's
And I
dead.
was like, Scarlett's dead.
Yeah.
But I runner up. So this was before. Sorry. This was before Tucson.
Yeah.
Which I runner up. So I run up in Beaumont, and I run up in Tucson, and I was like, oh, I can buy a car with the money I have. So I went and I bought a car cash or check,
Yeah.
right? The whole check.
Yeah.
Full just boom. And just got my Nissan Versa. And
Yeah.
I was like, okay, like I'm good. you know? So I just found it really funny. And then I got tickets to Coachella, left my car, went to Coachella, and then and then I went, yeah, and then I was like,
Where's the Versa? You still have it?
I still have it. Yeah, it's my
Come on.
It's still in yeah.
You
I don't
still
know. It
have
was
it?
like, yeah, I do. I
That's what
do.
you still
It's
drive?
sad. Yeah, of course.
Oh my God, you still are frugal.
I
Okay.
am frugal. I
Okay.
mean, why not? So,
All right.
anyways, I run her up there, and then wait on Epson Tour. What's next on Epson Tour? What did you want to talk about? Like
No, keep going. I'm just here for the stories. It's
the
whatever.
runner-ups. Oh yeah. Well, on Epson Tour, the camaraderie is pretty good. I think everybody knows each other really well.
Like obviously your confidence is growing, right? Like do you
Yeah.
enjoy, are you able to enjoy this season? Like you're like that Epson tour, like are you having fun?
I was having a lot of pressure on myself because I knew I wanted to do the LPGA stuff too. So I felt like half of that was like, like please, like like make sure you do everything, work hard, blah blah blah. But I loved being in like the mix. Obviously, I love being in the mix. I think um when I score really well and I go really low, I'm always coming out of it like, wow, I am that girl, you know? And then I didn't win. I was like, but then I look at the check. I'm like, oh, $18,000.
Yeah.
This looks so good, you know?
Yeah.
I love like getting the purple bib because you're like top 10, you know?
Yeah.
I think that was really cool. I had fun competing. I've always tell myself like, well, I always tell other girls, it's like, you don't make it to the LPGA, it's fine. You make it to Epson Tour, that's gonna teach you how to compete. If you don't like, you have more chances to win on Epson Tour. So learn how to win. Because I needed to learn how to win the last one, right? I needed
Yeah.
to keep an even keeled head. So I was like, and then I remember like even my what was my third runner up? My third runner up was Austin Kim in on Island Harris. What is that? On
Oh
the
my God,
UP.
in Harris, Michigan. I'm from
Yeah,
Michigan.
yeah,
I know
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Oh, so like I was in like
Harris, Michigan.
Michigan to like Monday queue for a tournament, and I was staying with a host house, and they're like, "Where's your next event?" I was like, "Well, it's in this Michigan. I forgot what it's
Yeah.
called." They're like, "You going to the UP?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "What's the UP?" Oh, the UP? You're going to the UP? And I was like, where is that? Because we go to these places and like nobody lives there, and like the
No
most
one.
exciting thing is like the golf course. The golf course is this beautiful thing, and then it's like nothing outside of it. And you're
A
like, there's one
casino, a
restaurant,
casino. Yeah. There's a casino and a golf course.
there's a casino, but also it's like French Lick. Okay, I remember two restaurants in
Yeah.
Yelp that's like freedom. You go there, every single golfer's there. Every single
Yeah.
golfer's there. I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
this is in the middle of nowhere, you know.
Yeah.
But anyways, I remember in the UP, I always do local caddies.
Yeah.
So this high school kid was my local caddy, and I was like, you know what? Just don't say anything. Just bring my bag.
Yeah.
And I remember on the last day, Austin Kim and me, we were just like this guy who was also like, I don't know if it was tournament director, tournament marketer, or whatever.
Yeah.
He was Instagram live the whole thing,
He
and he
did.
was commentating what was like on Instagram live, and we were just like birdie, birdie. It was like who could birdie the first night? And there was just other girl in our group, you know, and
Yeah.
and and she was just kind of like trailing behind, and me and Austin were like just head to head, like who's gonna birdie, who's gonna birdie, who's gonna birdie. We were just like right,
Yeah.
and we go to hole 15, and this girl starts birdie, 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 and we kind of like plateau a bit,
Yeah.
and guess what? That girl wins. And I
Oh.
drained this, and Austin's like here already. Like I don't know what under she was. She was like second. And I
Yeah.
remember I had this putt for the last one. I was like, maybe I'll be third. And I putt, and I go boom, it goes in. It was like a long putt, and I was like, yeah. And I was like, that was expensive, you know. And I finished second. That was my third runner up. My fourth runner up, okay, in New York, Albany, New York. Jenny Bay won that event. I remember I played horrible on like the first day, and I cried. And there was another volunteer caddy. And the first thing that my host house told me, because this was their friend who was caddying me, was like, he's never made a Sunday. And I was like, what do you mean? Like he's on a bag, but he's never made a Sunday. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh. I was like, well, I mean, I just see what happens, It
Yeah.
doesn't really matter. He just kind of carries a bag, but he loves golf. This guy has like his name is Mike. He has his almost hole in one as his wallpaper, and that's when you know
Oh,
someone loves golf.
yeah.
Like when
Yeah.
their almost hole in one is their
Yeah.
wallpaper.
You don't even have their actual hole in one. Okay. Yeah.
But
That's
he
good.
was so nice, and well, I don't think he had a hole in one. He almost hole
Yeah.
in one.
Yeah.
That, yeah.
That. Yeah.
So, anyways, we played the last day. I was 5 shots back, and I go hot on my heels towards the end. And I last hole is this
Yeah.
hole 18. There's a bunker on the right, but it's a kind of a long one. It's like 7-iron in. I had my 7-iron to the right, and my name's there. My name is like there. I birdie the last hole. I'm like, ugh, I don't know. We'll see. And I look at this like putt from outside of the green. It's on the fringe.
Yeah.
And I look at it. I'm like, I don't know where this is going. I'm just gonna hit it because it was like hard to read. And I hit it, and it goes in. And we go, oh my god. My caddy goes, oh my god. My name goes, boom, like on the top of the leader. We're like, oh my god. And then Jenny Bay, like I don't know, she like pars the last hole. Boom, playoff. I'm like, oh, I'm here again. And like all the Epson Tour rules officials was like, oh, we thought you had it. We thought you had it because it was my fourth time hurrying up, and it was like a 5-hole playoff. And we hit both in the bunker on the first hole. We both bogey, and we're like playoff again. We both par. She like hits it close, misses the birdie putt. I hit it to the bunker. I par. Boom. And she makes this like long birdie putt. Like I don't know. It was a cool time. But then me and the girls were gonna go to New York City and like have the time of our lives on like a Monday night.
Yeah.
And then I walk home with like an $18,000 check, and we couldn't go that night because I had the playoff. And so we go the next morning. I was like, "Hey girls, I'm buying lip glosses for you." like, I'm gonna go buy a rainbow bagel. Like I was like, whoa. I don't know. It was like crazy, And then my flight gets canceled, delayed. So I had another week in New York City. And I go watch Wicked on Broadway, and then I went and explored the city by myself. And then it was crazy. It's crazy.
Okay, tell me about your win. Tell me about
my win, El Dorado, Arkansas.
what a place to win.
I was like, first impression of Arkansas. Like I remember I always host house, and I remember driving, and I was like in the middle in the dark, cause the place, if it's not like known, it's always far from like the main airport that you fly to.
Yeah.
And so I drive in, and we go. The house doesn't have a road that leads to it. You have to drive through like, things. And then I call the person. I'm like, hey, is your house with the red Chevrolet in the front?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, that's our house. Go walk in. And I'm like, and they're like, we're outside. We can't see you. I was like, I can't see you either. And I go, maybe it's because everybody has a red Chevrolet, Natasha.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not. So I pull out, I drive further in, and I park my car, and we go in, and this old couple, so nice to house us. I go play. And then I remember just the week happening, and one of the craziest things was she had like 2 dogs, and there was a rat in the kitchen, and we were like, oh, like go get it. Bridget was staying with us, and then Bridget like goes and like, oh, it's right there, and the dog like gets the rat and like kills it in the yard. We're like,
who's Richard? Richard who?
No, not Richard. The rat. It's a rat.
Oh, got it. Okay, got it.
Go get it. Yeah. Bridget, done. Bridget.
Oh, Bridget. Yeah, got it.
Bridget, done.
Yeah.
She's awesome. And I remember in my win.
Where was the celebration?
Hold on. Wait, my first round. I shoot low. I remember I shoot low. I had like the best par 9 holes of my life. I remember I went like birdie, eagle. I got a swing. I was like, whoa, the swing's dialed. I remember I worked on it in the week. I FaceTime my coach. I was like asking coach, like, what do I do to this? And then worked on it a bit, and then went, and everything was just hitting where I wanted to. And then I think I didn't really shoot as low on the second day, and then on the third day I was trailing. But I was comfortable because I was like, I've already been here like a lot.
Yeah.
And one of the things in the third round that happened was I hold out from 97 yards.
That's all you do. 5. Like your whole Instagram is just you holding out. It's every fucking time you're just like, oh, you hold out twice in a row in a tournament. It's just like
my coach, Eric Stone, was like, yeah, you had a crazy week. Hold out twice? That's crazy. You know how crazy that is? I was like, yeah, it was kind of funny. And also it was like, well, anyways, back to the main thing. It's like, I remember I had like the ground was wet, and I had to like drop it again, and and then I hit it, and then this person there was like 2 people watching, like, whoa, you made it, and I was like, boom, and my name goes boom, I switch over, and I think towards the end, like, I remember my like volunteer caddy saying to me like, oh, you could like double this hole and still win. I was like, this is not information you should.
This is not what we want.
This is not what you should say. Yeah. And then it was like, oh, like if there he asked, or I don't know if he asked, he was like, oh, if there's a playoff, like, because it was getting dark and we were like waiting on the 9th hole. It was like I was playing in the dark. You could see in the video it was so dark. And I was nervous. I was like, and I pulled my left drive. I pulled the second shot. I pulled the third shot. I have the chip. I chip it close. And then I remember like just like, you could miss this putt, but like, let's not. Let's not.
Please.
Let's not miss. Like, I was just like, just do it, boom, and I hit it, and I made it, and I like I was in tears because I was like, I did it, and then people were like spraying me with champagne.
Did you call your parents right after?
Yeah, I mean, my phone was getting a lot of texts like, oh, you did it, you're awesome. And then we go home and like the celebration. I remember just like sitting in my car and just like for like 30 minutes, like a good chunk of time,
Mhm.
just like in. And I also remember like my host family, they like cooked gumbo because I love gumbo. They were like, "Oh, we're celebrating, like congrats, like da da da." And then I got gumbo, and then I went to Alabama, Alabama, um, and then I felt like my foot was not well. So like
Okay.
boom, and then you know, and then I got checked out. They're like, "Oh, it's fine." I pulled out of the tournament. I was like, "I gotta go and like rest this thing up." Pull out tournament. Got it checked out. They're like, "Ah, it's turf toe. You could play on it and just put some Voltaren on it, ice it. Just keeping a watchful eye on it, and then yeah."
Okay, that's where we're gonna stop till part two, whenever that is. It might be next week.
Oh,
It
there's
might
a
be the
part two.
next. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
you're unbelievable. Like you have to have your own podcast, but like this is a great place to stop because like your career is going to take a pretty like tough turn, and I think that part of your career is
Yeah.
probably the most interesting. Is like there's a
The
lot to
injury.
unpack in the last 2 years before you
There
like
is.
from the injury to the thing, and that has to like kind of stand on its own. So we will figure out a time within a like week. I'm traveling. She obviously plays professional golf and is traveling a lot. But we're
Yes.
going to get, and this was, I don't know, like I knew this would be good, but is 10 times better than I thought. It's
Oh
like,
really?
yeah, this is
Thank
great.
you.
This is what the
Yeah, this is
LPGA
fun.
needs is like,
You asked tough questions. I was a bit nervous. I was like, "Whoa, I didn't expect. I
you
didn't
were, I
really."
did.
Yeah, you
Oh, like
did.
about
I
your
was like
parents and stuff. Like, yeah,
about
that's
my
not,
parents and stuff. I was like, "Well, my parents, like they did push me. They
they're
did.
not going to
They
listen
did.
to this. They're fine. Maybe they will. And
Ah,
they'll be like,
I
oh
love
my
my
God.
mom. I love my dad. By the way, love them.
Yeah.
They did a lot for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
and you know what? They were doing the best they could. So yeah.
Yeah. Great. Natasha, I like serious. This was awesome. Unbelievable.
Thank you.
And I cannot wait for part two. I like this is what they call in the business like a teaser, right? Like you're teasing the
Yeah.
next one. Like it's for me
Yeah.
too, because I would love to just sit here for an hour and a half more and just discuss it.
Yeah,
But
that'd be fun.
like
I love
so
telling stories. It's my favorite thing too. It's like it's
this is
fun.
why you should have a podcast. But part two coming up, unbelievable.
Yes.
You were
Very